Yes, hello. We're a bit late, but last we left off, we were on this icy little escape here, hoping that it would lead us to a summoning stone. It probably won't, because I have no idea where to look, but we'll see. It's a tiny little thing. One moment, my nose just started running and I can't locate my tissue box. I think my cat may have done something with it. Right back. And they sure had. One of them had knocked it behind a dresser. Ooh, a zoom. Oh god. Where's the gem hide? Bear can't get to that thing in time. I might reload this because there's absolutely no way we're stopping the gem hide from escaping like this. Alright, malaise. I don't mind, like, the combat being a bit, like, oh no, they ambushed us. I hate the idea that this thing's just gonna get away for free because there's literally no way we can get out there in time. It's just so fucking far. I should have seen this one coming, though. Even with far shot, you can't even begin to touch it. Yeah. I'm doing okay. I had to reload because I refused to give up a gem hide when they could have, like... Apparently they can have stat boosting superpowers in this. Maybe. I don't know if you told me this beforehand, or if I just, like, and I had not listened, or if this is something I wanted into. The regenerating ship can't get even more regeneration, which makes sense. I was a little upset, but ultimately, I wanted the design of the ship more than I wanted the actual power. So I love the color scheme and all that. So this is clearly an ambush to punish you for going after the, yeah, the gem hide. But Bear is going after that gem hide. Bear's probably going to die for that gem hide, if I'm being perfectly honest. Only 100k per. Yeah, only 100k. It's so far! Bat. Pop her down there. Someone's getting very frozen there. Great, all the people that can undo the freezing are getting frozen. That's fantastic. You're just gonna make him split if you do that, unfortunately. Farewell, cruel world. That stupid bat just split him. Oh, well. Looks like we're going into overtime. That's what bad do. They can potentially get enough power to just not do that, though. That's what bad do. Thanks, Bat. Oh, I did all this just so I could get that way, get away with it, but nope, that's not gonna happen. I don't care. If I can't get the gem hide, then I'm just gonna keep reloading. That's the only thing I care about. And it's so frustrating. Is there any way I can just, like, start the fight without the gem hide? Can I get, like, a far shot and just not have the gem hide in the fight? No. There's two there. There's one there. One there. Good luck getting to us, assholes. That said, we're gonna have to go down to get the gem hide. It's just so fucking annoying, man. This encounter sucks. I need like a console command to kill that thing, just so I can see what it has, to see if I really care that much. Because it is genuinely just like a real pain in the ass. Golden water effects, and you know what? Let's do this fight properly. Let's put in a little bit of effort here. That's where two of them are. I don't detect any around here. We need warmth. As long as everyone constantly has warmth, we have immunity to freezing, I'm pretty sure. Remember correctly. I remember casting warmth constantly when I fought these things in the base game. That should give Bear enough range to get to them. Since you need warmth 0, you're not going to actually be using your ice armor. Immunity. There we go. Guido. It's gonna need to be revived, probably. Okay, the bats are just a mistake in this fight. They provide a little bit of a distraction, but they are genuinely just a giant liability. They put the enemies out of being on fire. They get two-shot. That kind of AoE damage is a bit of a problem. That's fine. Bear should be fine over there. If you're wanting them, I think you got this. I think I got this time. I think you may be right on that front. At the very least, we have the gem hide. I don't know if we have the fight won, but he's gonna run by Bear, and then Bear's on the other side of the map, so Bear can just kind of like kite and then find a place to hide. Batman can jump up there and we can throw bats if we need to, or bombs. I think you largely got it over there too. They're going to burn. You're a little frozen. You're going to explode and kill a lot of them, I think, when the time comes. The bad guy needs to run. Bad guy needs to run. Dad, get out of there. Just get out. Gem hide down. Okay, well, you're both preserved now, so there's that. Gem hide worth it? Probably not. Of course it was worth it. You can eat oil. Oh, your reserve's not gonna last long enough. Unless we bring you the... oh, no. Nothing preserves, just not gonna last long enough. I don't have any firebombs to throw either. Alright, it's your night. Finish him. You like Inquisitor? It was very much not worth it. But whatever. Alright, back to digging up the things that I should have digged up already. Including that one zoom. In hindsight, or rather, like when you look at it, it's probably a good thing that it's not something that you would really hate missing out on. You know? Because it'd really suck if you just like could not get that thing from not running away. Something very powerful, very useful, but not the end of the world if you don't get it. Summoning Stone! Each stone is aside from moderate functionality as a light source. The stone is 103. Lost summoning stones can be inserted into the base of one of the town statues to reconnect summoners. Legion profit increases the reliance of mercenaries retrain once all three are restored, that is. These message 1. We'll cipher with only portions of it actually coded. It reads, not north of not desert, Gold Town. So it's either north of Bet Sands, or it's south of Bet Sands. Guess we found our next destination. Well, digging spot. Blobfish. Which one in the basement? Man, so much bone dust. If we equip Guido exactly as you are, and you guys died next to each other, and one of you got revived, you would just constantly revive one another because of the ice damage pulse. Like, I think that would be an unlosable situation. Visible assist enemies. True. I'm assuming that it is just like an AoE. It could genuinely be selectively targeted the way Rally and such is. Because sometimes it says enemies and it means anything and everything. But it could be as selective as it sounds. Rather when you both die. Or rather when you die on both. Well, the thing is that revive other only affects people that don't have that passive for that exact reason. The duration on these things going up by 20 per rank makes these ranks really, really, really important. Because being able to protect from an element like that is really huge. Put that back in the stash from bears, but I'll hold on to my code in case I need it. Alright, that's our first Summoner Stone, and the next one is probably going to be pretty obvious. I need to get some food, though. Let's head south to Cape Rope and just buy some food. Do I care about doing it in the proper denomination? Probably not. 16? You still a cargo hold? Yeah. But if I have the exact denomination, I can then fill the cargo hold with like tiny bits of extra trade goods that I can just ferry about wherever I need to put them. The cradle facility. It's tempting to visit one of his 5 skull places. Hillston Grove. Oh yeah, I looked at myself, I didn't look at you guys. You're an anchorite right now. Each rank increases durations by 20. Gain Ruin Enchant. The one place of the plants. I've completely forgotten what that place is. He wants that bow skill though, this guy. Exorcism, Spirit Candles. He's got a summon. You try to summon one additional spirit. What? Up to 4 spirit candles summoned at once, but they can only be summoned. They last for 160 or 150, and they can't be reused for 60. So like, you can summon so many spirit candles. The fuck? They've got to be like really shit if that's the case. I can't see that being balanced otherwise. I mean, obviously, it's always possible that it's not balanced at all. But surely that would not be the case, right? Town. Oh, it's just a bunch of spides and spiders. This should be pretty easy. How do I want to start this? I'm just gonna bat. Right there. Rather ominous music for just being a bunch of spiders. Not even a spidest. I love that the name you see for the critters is spy. This is a spide. This is a spider. But this is a spidest. It's way more spy than the other ones. This is a Vanilla Deer challenge. True. You got that web shoot. You're going in, Zero. You're just charging with that preserve. This is 8 legs, so it need more spider than the others. It is. One problem with this is that if you don't die fast enough, you're not going to get back up fast enough. And they can hit pretty hard. Bat. You actually do... Life Enchant actually does damage, by the way, apparently. Got to fix this yard. It was like that when I got here, I swear. They're not even trying to kill you. They've given up on that. They know a bat and run away. Your preserve will run out if I'm not careful. Let's preserve you again. You can't quite get in position. Does Ruined Aura just not work on you? That does hit Guido. Okay, so it does ravage allies as well. Spirit candles. Oh, you summon up to 5. They don't move. Heal energies and ally for at least once during your turn. Destroy heal energies and allies for at least 5, and summon healing smoke. Okay, so they're not as good as I thought. They're not like floating spirit candles. They are literally just candles that you put down on the ground that can be killed, and otherwise they just kind of fart out some healing gas. Okay. They're not as crazy as I thought. That said, you could still make a wall of things. Make great smoke bomb. Once you get the duration on the preserve, that's developed like a really good amount, and it'll be a lot easier for you to just preserve and then Frozen Forge, then go uptown. As it is right now, you're not exactly able to do much with that preserve before you have to just reapply it again. He just left. He finished his job as he figured and he had to go. Pursue minimum range. He doesn't immobilize. Spide silk. What do you know? The spides have silk in the vanilla areas. What is this? They don't always. But in this case, they do. Firebomb. The multi-spide. Also, spide with far too many legs. This rare and bizarre specimen should puzzle experts quite a bit. Oops. I did it again. Belongs in a museum. Mm-hmm. Isn't there like a mod that's just like infinite or revisitable rows or something? I don't think it's one of Prominence's mods, but I feel like that was one of the ones I remember seeing forever ago. Gale Ravine. I want to check. I'll get back. The cat's doing something somewhere. You can hear it. Sorry, let me just play on the screen, but sorry, not reusable, revisitable, or like infinitely completable. Oh, I remember this place. I think groves, things that you could revisit. Um, I remember this being a source of another one of those cursed ice critter encounters. You know, pick you up the rest of your abilities before really going. Just see why you can summon so many spirit candles, because they're kind of crap. Seance is kind of silly, though. You summon your spirit candles and you just get all your MP back. If you're like really high level with your candles. No mod thing. Yeah. I'm just thinking out loud. I don't think I actually want to get a mod like that. I'm just wondering if there is like a mod that has like a source of infinite fossils, so that like you can actually make use of your without being like, oh well, here's this one fossil gone forever. That is perhaps the point. Remember there being those ice hounds nearby. Aqueous band. Perhaps it's further along. There's one of these ice guskin. How do we want to deal with this thing properly? Do I not have a magnifying glass? I think I do not have a magnifying glass. I should get one. By math. There is a mod like that. It is by math. Okay. You need to get to a forge soon. Make you your sword and give you your new shield. It's not those groves, though. Okay. No weaknesses. It's good to know. It doesn't say that it's got any... Would it say if it had any resistances? It feels like this should be resistant to cold, but I don't think it strictly is. Oh, it cleansed the buffs. I only mean to stun, but it doesn't mean we can't pump out damage by doing that. Alright. Step a repeatable dungeon thing? Oh, and the dungeon itself would provide a fossil at the end. I'm quite confident there are those stinky, awful, no good ice dogs here. Oh, okay. Never mind then. Documents. I think they ambush us on... Each step is about 3 time units. Oh, there we are. There's one. It's only 4. That's not too bad. Or burn foes. Interesting. Go ahead and take them one at a time. Or in this case, 2 at a time, I suppose. There runs the risk of splitting him. Save yourself the Aegis, or the heat. Grant him warmth. And run away. Doubled one. Apply that burn. Nice block.
What the hell? Oh, I think the cat.
I wasn't looking. The cat pushed open a drawer from behind. Ugh. These cats. 20 damage is too much. 18 is probably the right amount. Not quite. That's too much. I need one for myself. Hey! Bear's invisible, that's cheating. Cheaters. Can't tell how much the shrapnel is going to be doing here. Hopefully enough. What? Oh, you heal. Oh, god damn it. Get him. Oh man, best healers. Bye. Okay, we're down to 2 for now. 21 should be fine. Huh? You thought you could escape from 0. You were mistaken. That's too much damage. That's theoretically the correct amount of damage. Focus up there. Burn. Sargito? Warmth. But also just kill the thing. More duration on warmth, please. Two abilities you can't use, but I'm still getting them anyway because I just want you to have your full kit that you're not going to be able to use. More bow skill for the scout. He's going somewhere where he can get wind skill, but like these two classes are maxed out. He may also just be these classes, and that's his deal. I mean, the dance is kind of a win class. Can't really use all the abilities while being a dancer, but there's very clearly use cases for some of the scout abilities he has right now. Like, a lot of the scout abilities are very, very useful for a variety of things. And he is really good with his bats. It's tempting to just leave him as one of the two classes. Got 7 base bow. And only, yeah, I'll send him back to being a bat handler scout. Mr. Medium here is going to get another point of ruin skill. I'll grab Death Lance. 2% chance to instantly KO with per debuff on them is kind of wild. There is going to want to become a Storm Shot afterwards, I think. Or Spell Archon again. Yeah, Spell Archon, not Storm Shot. He does like the Desperado abilities quite a bit. But I'm not sure how I'm going to lay out his skills. Eight-finger knuckle. Non-material and it's found on unknown species. The unknown humanoid has 8 fingers, particularly ones of this size. The awkward is whatever it is made of. This combination of smooth metal makes it especially effective. That's cool. Corporist armor. I haven't actually made and looked at Corporist armor. Could be that that's not actually Corporist armor, then that could be Corporist heavy armor. Because there are examples of heavy armor in the game. And you can't make heavy armor. Isn't there a mod that also gives you... I'm sure that's a mod that gives you the Corporist heavy armor. Or not, the heavy armor crafting kit. So you can make like bone metal instead of bone. No, that's just Corporist armor. Huh. I need to go farm some lattice at some point. I need to go back to Rail and just like get a bunch of seeds and then plant them. There's a reason to do a jump down here, isn't there? I just don't remember where it is. Other than getting back to the start. Bracers. I should have gone out to visit Savor. I still haven't even seen the town, and I need to get that class unlocked. It's the last base game class to unlock, I believe. Nope, I still haven't visited Port Ash and gotten Ignis Knight. I'm willing to believe that underneath this column there's something buried. Nope. It's just a column. Sometimes a column's a column. I'm willing to say that I have cleared out Gale Ravine. You know, when we're not in very dire combats where we need it, I think I will actually have it be a Storm Shot Bat Handler. Unlock more abilities and proceed down paths. You know what the Scout is? It has so many good abilities. Trip Up at max level is very powerful in very specific situations. Not even very specific. In a lot of like vanilla situations, it's very, very powerful. You'll just go, oh well, this one guy doesn't get to move anymore. Sidestep, max rank, move 5 tiles, gain dodge, and then you can do your actual normal move. And the dodge lasts for 70 seconds. That's kind of wild. Throw a stone. 6 tile range, is that right? How many tiles is that? 6 tile range. No minimum range. Just do some damage based on your strength and your bow skill. Fire starter, just light a dude on fire. Sometimes you need to burn something. Scout is just a really, really strong and solid class. Sometimes you just need to burn a dude. Oh. You're a little intimidating, Mr. Bone Loafer, but not that intimidating. Huh. It's actually not hostile. Doesn't seem to want anything to do with us. Oh no, there it is. There it is. How are you attacking? What are you doing? Approach her down on the back of Guido there. Oh, that doesn't count as a blunt attack. You need to have an actual hammer. Give myself a little bit of regen. Give you some ice armor. Good luck, Guido. So it's some bones on it. The sickle leaf. It also has rising sharp edge on its leaves. Its edge boards off large herbivores, but does nothing to protect from hungry insects. Sickle leaf. While I'm in the area, I can actually go visit, Verdanza and hand in some of my plants. Our morale's plummeting. I haven't been doing anything but sailing. I've been having Reeve on my landing party and the other save, so I was expecting a dialogue. There's a dojo here we can do. That would permit that one guy to train me. At one time, I can't remember, was it? It wasn't in Karnos. It was that's Port Tambor. It was one of the. Definitely not Rupping's a 5-skill encounter. I don't. That spooks me. I don't. That spooks me. It was Utar, I think. Utar had the guy. Oh wait, big time fighter showing up at this the Whirlwind Dojo. We specialize in whips and flails. Here, you want to piece the action? Yeah, that's the stuff. Don't get scared now. Whips and flails. Whips and flails. That could be a problem. Those look like little walls that you can raise up. It's definitely little pitfalls we need to go into here. Should probably go for that one if we're gonna go for any of these portable shutters. So I'll leave a distraction and push towards this side. Try to avoid getting too repositioned at the same time. Create a little guard. Just the gate on Dan for now. Lead passes are probably gonna... just the bats alone are gonna be like a real problem for the AI, I think. They won't have an idea of what to do about this. Yeah, we'll go with this. She's gonna push him into the spike trap and he's gonna instantaneously die. Oops. It's fine. Basically, their entire team fought one bat. And I have infinite many bats. Nope, okay, didn't move. Good dodge, enemy. I'm gonna try to refresh my generation with regeneration, but I'll probably need to actually heal myself. Oh, you just throw bats over this barrier? That's... Yikes. It's too good. Oh no, they walked in the spikes. What an oopsie. You're on what the... okay. I need my bats to be ever stronger. Wait, you're not allowed to revive people. It's basically cheating. Review warmth. Hates your ice armor, but your ice armor's almost out anyway. You're welcome, Bear. Because we need one of them. Just shoot him. That also works. Candles! How dare you destroy my candle? %12 chance to instantly kill, huh? Oh, it does have a timer on it. I didn't realize that it had, That's fine, though. Well, they can move. They do have a tiny amount of movement, and they cast Ward. Okay. Victory. They just up and leave. Where's my sealed chest opener? Ah. The grapple whip. Allowing you to pull enemies. Its range is limited as a result. Huh. New Year's, something else. Take the loot downstairs at Zero's. You know how to open it, don't you? Take a real keen look around. It's real training, just say the real. Oh! I forgot that's how dojos worked. My crew and future crew will get one fail skill. Oh, right. I'm not going to spend any rain on it now, but I forgot dojos do that. That's very powerful. Let's sail up into here. Maybe do the Crumbling Ruin. I kind of want to get to Verdanza and get to the Summoning Stones sooner than later. Maybe I don't do like a full clear right now. Let's just visit Verdanza. Okay, what doors can we open here? Oh, my inventory's getting pretty full. We've got the Stinging Mulberry. A preserve trigger? No. No, you are kidding me, really? That's kinda busted. I think we're looking at the other side for what the remains of these. A Ring of Regifting. Mage of Mistwell crafted the strange rings, no one around the process of the mage gave the ring away to a hated rival. Story goes to this rival, then regifted the ring to someone else, and so it earned its name. It is cursed and dangerous, but not without its uses. Trust ring that increases the duration of poison, blind, burn, and itchy on you by 50%. Ruin and whip skill. This is for like debuffing yourself and using the transfer thing. You. Bloodweaver Mandible. Dedicated team of professionals seeks the harvest mandible from a blood weaver. As such, this profoundly rare valuable trophy can be used as an augment to inflict both poison and shoot with weapon attacks. Also provides resistance to those elements when slotted in armor. So, wasn't enough to have poison on a Spider's Fang or itchy on natural barbs. You need to have both. A bulkhead? What? Reinforcement that repairs 1 at the end of each turn in combat. Regenerating carapace for your ship? I mean, it makes sense to give it to the one that's currently injured, but... that's kinda busted. I mean, no more busted than being able to buy the regeneration upgrade, but that's very useful. For the living ship, of course, yes. This is all busted. I think there's one I haven't used, isn't there? Did I use the from? Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I've opened up 3, 4. I've opened up 4. So which one haven't I opened? Perhaps the frung is not used here? Or maybe this is the frung. That's not the frung. More than 10 flowers. Okay. So the frung is just not used here. I got the dud flower. That said, I did get some absolutely bullshit strong things here. I was gonna see if we could craft something out of that. The only problem is that my whip currently has its 2 triggers, right? The life and the regen one. So I don't even know where I'd want to like slot the preserve one. It's very crazy powerful, but like I'd have to either give up regeneration or the basic killing properties of my whip. Preserve is probably better. In some ways. In the very least, some ways. And 20 seconds of preserve would be really, really powerful. Let's get them in order on this guy. Each rank of exorcism gives range. So he just lasts longer. But exorcism is bullshit. That's all there really is to say about that. The spirit candles seem kind of strong too. something else potentially. The thing is, like, that passive doesn't just mean that you revive from ice damage. It also means you do damage, ice damage, when you revive, which is nice. I like it. Sleeping Swamp. I'm trying to remember where this one ruin is. This one dungeon is. I thought it was the Precipice Jail, but it was not the Precipice Jail. I'm thinking it's like somewhere around here. Maybe near Dolor? Maybe it's near Dolor. It's vanilla. Certain vanilla locations are randomized. I think groves are randomized. A lot of them are set in stone. I believe the jail is always up there. Like, you'll always find the abandoned hovel in that one area. The regeneration from the barding only works in actual naval combat. Or from the, what is it called? The bulkhead? We probably cannot take a... Well, we could probably take this fleet if we're very careful. 3 against 4. We have one ship that can regenerate a little bit. We have a decent boarding crew. Like, we just have to separate the galleon from everything else. And then sink the smaller ships and maybe like take the Drekker and the other thing. There goes a mistake, one you won't repeat. We also have some thrust engines for some of them. Hey, you guys are attacking us. You're not allowed to just hang out over there. Okay, that's not how this works, buddy. Get over here. You should probably take a look at their weaponry. At Demi-Culverins, they've got the range, even if they don't have the damage. The galleon has a Saker, and the galleon has a Saker and a swivel. I don't know if the pirates are going to follow the whole, if we can board, we will board mentality. But that one ship does have a boarding crew thing. Oh boy, that's damage. So I'm definitely gonna see if they go for the board. I need to make sure that if they don't, I sink them before they do anything too nasty to me. The ship that can regenerate is going to engage the galleon. They did not come for the boarding party. I can't risk getting sunk before I get a chance to mount them. I'm doing tiny amounts of damage to them. And lure their fire out towards you. Getting up in their blind spot. We need to be able to sink them as an emergency measure. I want to take the boat if I can, but victory and keeping our ships intact is more important. We don't have very long, so we can't really rely on too many things like bats. Like, we're not a fast fighting team, but we're gonna do our best to get something done here. They're playing keep away. I need to get like the grape shot weapon where it just like demolishes the crew. Well, we got one of them. Their ship was far too wide and they were far too fast to keep pinned down. Just to sell more max health for reasons. I forgot about that. You're right, that's why you had to steal them and like bring them to your port to learn how to make them. Well, we're definitely sinking it next turn. If we don't properly take it, which we're probably not gonna do because, reasons. Give the team a tailwind. We need to cross this ship sooner than later. Fourth tries the charm. You learned a thing. What thing did you learn? You come forward, or you're gonna keep staying back there. Really need to save your MP for doing your ice charge at the start. A frozen forge is a waste of your effort. Look at these very large ships. Push anybody can use to make multiple shot hit on the same person multiple times. As long as you're shooting where they get pushed to. Oh, that is gross. I hadn't thought of that. My candles. Ow. No, there's no possibility of getting that guy. Okay, no, that's not how that works. I need to detect the tile instead. Well, whoops. I'm not getting the boat, so this is fine. We've learned things for next time. I dare not risk, like, them getting another turn. I can be rep with everyone, eh? Huh. Got basically nothing out of that. I lost? I don't believe it. It was pretty close. I go straight to Soulport because I need to repair badly. Alright. Oops. There we go. Not north of Not Desert Gold Town. So it's either like right here, or probably just south of Bet Sands. Sandshell is a vanilla encounter. It's, given its location, it's probably extremely early game too, so why not? Hello. May have come to the wrong neighborhood. Bite hammer. Zero just whoop, hop over him and then do your frozen forge. Candles for everyone! Feral focus. There's not much else you can do. What to do? Kill the candles before the candles can do candle things. Hey, this is our zone. Get out of here. Eh. I get the killing blow! I am the hero. A very early game encounter. I think that's actually just it, isn't it? Which is something. I was gonna go to that secret sepulchre at some point. Okay, so there's several possible interpretations of this note. Right. Not north of Not Desert Gold Town could very simply be, oh, well, it must be north of Bet Sands, right? Or it could be saying it's south of the town that produces gold that is not Bet Sands. But south of Rail is like nothing. Actually, there's a coastal cave directly south of Bet Sands. Or Rail. So I believe those are the only two that produce gold, right? So if it's not north of Bet Sands, and it's not, Only two towns make gold. Spirits, and they can make an boat. I love Reeve, but that is a nice advantage of like just eating speciality and not having a load time cutscene thing going on. So it may have been in front of me the whole time. That coastal cave is also the same difficulty level as whatchamacallit. The place. I need to go back to Grand. I've been holding on to this mission for so long. I need to go back to Grand Surf. Hand this in. And probably get a mission from Sea Urshel. The mission that you get is based on your highest fame level, isn't it? Something I noticed in my other save. So I'm probably gonna get some kind of combat mission from Sea Urshel. I should have sold these forever ago. I'm not going to fill it up. I'm going to put it pretty close. I'm not going to actually care about the exact numbers. Council wants to see me acquire gemstones. Isn't Dolor is a gemstone town? So it was a Dolor. Then then return here, visit Sea Urshel, get that task, and then all that stuff. Oh, I think that's where the actual dungeon is. Surely that's where the dungeon is. Also, I have 5 gemstones here. Oh, some blue shine. I think the dungeon is near Dolor. I think it's... No, maybe it's not near Dolor. I think it's in this little cleft next to Dolor. I'm tempted to steal a Brigantine, but I don't have enough crew. Well, I do have enough crew, because my ships only require, what, 4 people? 3 people? Well, they require 5 each. Never mind. They actually require the full 5. Each one of them. I definitely don't have enough crew to steal a ship right now. Not with what I have in mind for tasks. Because I should probably go hire some people. I want to find, like, the 2 new races. I'll buy all of your gemstones. And also, about 1 gemstone per day. That's definitely not the case. I'm gonna raise your value a little bit, just the teensy tiniest bit. You know what? Here's your solution. We got some nice things that I'm gonna actually put my growing station in rail though. Realm Sense is also a Gatekeeper one, right? I should probably get that. That's very nice to have. I'm gonna stake that. Being a gatekeeper would mean I can also just do damage straight up. Gotta grab over them. I noticed in my save the other night, my other off-stream save. When I did that, I actually did not auto-grab them. Like, I got the noise, but I didn't get anything in my inventory. So I wanted to make sure that I absolutely certainly got them this time. Big demand for spices in Arlington this month. I have no idea where Arlington is, though, so that doesn't mean anything to me. This place is terrible food. It gives you a +1 and a -1, and then it also has like 4 morale attached to it total. Which is, pretty bad. Nope, the dungeon's not here. I was mistaken. The last place I think it could be is like down there. Or down there, near less. It has like one particular room that I remember that I want to investigate. That Arlington remark was actually for this particular month, wasn't it? Alright. We need 10 gemstones for that one place, so we're just going to leave a pile there for later. And deliver this to Grand Surf. Clear a 3,000 monster den. I could probably do that, but I don't know about that. Weekly unlimited stat ups in one of Prominence mods. Huh. Gambling or something else, like an actual just straight up like, oh, go here once a week and you get a stat up. Oh. Oh, right. Wasn't that thinking of the Phoenix one? It was like, something about like for people that are below 50 HP or something like that. A different one entirely, okay. We need exactly 1 mini bomb. Yeah, here, you got one of my mini bombs. That's fine. Just 2 more ranks, maybe we'll become a samurai. Let's see, more help. Ah. Let's head to Rail. Clear that dungeon. Hopefully get our summoning stone. Hopefully get our X clue. The next summoning stone. Well, we're good. Let's clear out Vic Gulch. Or we've already cleared out Vic Gulch, and I didn't mark it off. I definitely did. Was that a pirate ship I saw? That's a pirate ship. Let's try and steal one of their smaller ships. And then sell it off at like... Oh, this isn't the elite battle fleet. This is just a bunch of small ships and a galleon. If I'm careful, I can maybe take out... Grohl Wardman's battle fleet is attacking. This is one a little too far from home. Look who's talking, buddy. They all have... Okay, two of them have demi-culverins, and the galleon itself has a demi-culverin. So I'm not going to be able to outrange them. I need to use my non-regenerating ships as a blade of armor for the ship that regenerates, so the ship that regenerates can get in there and try and steal the galleon. Perfect. I mean, that was not perfect. I would rather they didn't get hit on that turn, but... Well, the good news is the regenerating ship's not getting hit at all. I'll probably protect it more. I don't have warm. That's fine. I'm reminded that I need to visit a forge. You got some preserve on yourself? Man, I knew that dispel shot like yesterday. Bear could delete us this guy, right? Delete us him. He gets his turn. I should have lost most of its crew, but not enough of it. Dead in the water. Needs MP. Or 10 and 6. Perfect. There you go. You can group with your allies. That sounds great. Like a great plan. That'll go perfectly well. He's getting the guard. Oh no! Okay, well, he's not dying this turn. They have a bombardier. Oh. Guarding up against strain. Him getting body blocked does help. don't think I can quite get... Oh, no, I can't get that stereo. That's fine. I'm sure I might have that. 10, 9... Yeah, it's worth it. You did significant damage to the crew. He doesn't have the thing. That's fine. The poison wasn't gotten rid of with Aegis? Interesting. Huh. Candles for everyone! They're igniting my candles. How dare they? Bye, Captain. Victory! We captured 2 ships. We can't, like, drive most of them to any... Well, we're pretty near to a port, so this is not too bad. Damn, that wasn't what I expected. How to sail very slowly to the thing. I'm probably gonna pick up some Hareem at I want to get like new races, I think. From like boarding crew, I might pick up some Hareem. I wanted some Farron. I like Farron. I like their aesthetic. Pick up some Falpa too. Is an option. Good chunk of change from that. I'll just put this swivel on one of my ships. Why not? Why shouldn't I just have a swivel gun on one of my ships? This place does have a ship rate. Alright. Let's grow some lattice seeds. I must have a little lattice farm going. And when I come back, in like a month, I'll have fresh seeds waiting for me. A Dominio fleet. Five ships at full strength is might be a bit much. Before I forget again, because I'm going to forget again, I need to go visit Otopi and do some forging of gear. You are long overdue for a gear update. Granzer has an easy dojo? Ah, that'd be fun. I remember that one being there and being a little bit hidden. Alright, Zero. You're finally putting away your katana. You're gonna put it in your little pocket, though. You're gonna hold on to it. It's still your katana. But we're gonna take, I think Guido has this backup Iron Ice shield that we are going to transform into your sword. 9 versus the rhyme is 10. I didn't realize how strong rhyme was. But rhyme's unaugmentable, and in your thing, we can give you a nice ice trigger to give you even more ice power. Ice trigger? No? We don't want the ice trigger to go with your wedding and cold? Ice trigger completely skips what? Thought that was kind of the idea. He went to chill with that. You didn't go to wet and chilled with just the ice sword. Use rest twice without the buffs. Okay. Okay. I see. I see what you're saying. But the thing is, the ideal situation is going to have you have the buff anyway. I can give you a rune trigger. Rune trigger's fine. But, I would think the ice trigger would still be better. Sure, this isn't gonna do anything, but like, what if I just... That really chills you for a very long time. Bit redundant though. Stun trigger? You want the stun trigger? Okay. That does make a lot of sense for a lot of reasons. But you're not a lightning person. Stun trigger just gives you opportunities to like interrupt casts. That's on its own a very good reason to have it. But your damage doesn't go up, and we need more damage. And more to the point, your current shield has a focus stone in it and is a piece of laser. But we did find a silver tower. So we put a focus stone on that. Now you've got a big old silver tower. Ito's a fan of his Fire Crest shield for a variety of reasons, most notably being resistances are nice. That said, he could probably use... a better shield, theoretically. 15 and 4 from the Empathy shield. Making enemies that attack and potentially get Empathy is, that does sound pretty good. So he's trying to draw aggro all the time. Put a Focus Stone in there and give him that shield for a bit. If we're fighting something that's doing fire, you can pull that thing out. Which is what trigger? I'll go with the stun trigger. Stun on its own is a very potent tool that is nice to have. I like the goop on the Harp Longbow, but it could be good to also have a stun trigger there if I had, since I do have a stun trigger to begin with. Oh, I do. And a Bloodstone Dagger. And the Whirling Scimitar. Keep that interesting. He likes his windmail for now. He doesn't like having his movement speed slowed, or not his movement. It's only just the dodge. It's just the dodge. And this is very high armor value. Like raw physical defense. He does like blocking, though, and having dodge. It's not like the one movement armor. He could have another... He could replace his Fang Rapier with a Iron Ice Rapier so he can go around making things shield as well. No, that's not. I don't know. I do have that poison itchy thing. Wet gets rid of itchy, though, so there's not much point in having that. That said, you guys aren't always going to be hitting the same target. Just don't know where I could slot in this Iron Ice to actually do things. That I want to do, that is. Iron Ice Bow. That could be something. He does like his Harp Bow. The Harp Bow conveys that extra range. What does the Iron Ice Bow have? Has a lot of power, but doesn't have the range. The range is a huge part of the appeal for the Harp Bow. I could always start equipping like my off crew, like people that are on their various ships. More stuff. But I think I don't necessarily want to have this Iron Ice. I mean, you know, having more actual stat defense could be good. I'm not gonna get rid of his plate mail. I'm gonna just have him have extra armor options. Put that away. Where is my shellworm plate? I know I have one. I just... Where did I end up putting that thing? Did I slot into someone's armor? Is it currently like a shield or something? Where the heck did my shellworm plate go? Nice armor for Rook. Rook was a part of the team for so long. How did I have 11 gold in my stash? Where did you go, shellworm plate? Really should get rid of these like wooden weapons and such. Inventory space is starting to become a little bit of a concern. Just the teensy tiniest bit of a concern, so anything that doesn't need to be in its state as a weapon should probably be broken down into its component materials. You can also get rid of these cleaver weapons. I just don't understand where it could have gone. I have the Gossamer bow. I don't have a shellworm shield just lying around somewhere, do I? Did I like try to unforge it somewhere and accidentally leave it on the floor or something? there. I'm not crazy, right? I did have a shell worm plate. There's not a ton of point in breaking down bone here. I'm so confused as to what happened to it. I'd think I'd like put it into some piece of armor or make it into a shield or something, but... Oh, there it is. Shellworm shield. I made it, it's my shield. It's the shield that I use when I'm blocking things. Thing is, like, if you put it in a weapon or armor, it gives you 5 dodge. So if I just make it into a shield, it's a really good shield. 18 and 4. But if I put it into something like the Silver Tower, that's a ton of dodge. Pardon me. I might go get the fancy shield. I'm gonna now that I remember or know where it is, I'm gonna leave it as a shield. I'm just gonna try to not forget. Let's head to our destination. Crisp baguette. I really just want Realm Sense from this class. So I'm going to go back to being a balancer. Maximum Memento Mori. Maximum Memento Mori. Wow. Strut Shot was one of the ones that would have been really good to have a while back. Which increases the duration for quite a bit. He could get even more jump skill, but no, he's saving up for the crossbow skill. Alright, well, this doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look easy, but it doesn't look too bad. Interesting that that triggered him, but also didn't trigger him. Ring. Hard cap of 6, guess how you know. You've hit that hard cap. Now, when you say a hard cap of 6, do you mean like if you have 6 natural cap, and then you can go higher with augments and gear, or just like if you have 4 and you have +2, it's 6, and if you have 5 and +2, it's 6. Just trying to make sure that we're on the same page on what a hard cap means, really. What are you gonna do? You can jump over the barrier? Yeah, I bet you couldn't. You're that 47 point difference so you can go past. Oh, that's unfortunate. Bat. I'm gonna have you Ice Forge 0. It's probably the kind of combat where you could get away with Memento Mori off the bat. Candles. How strong is that barrier? Probably not very. Air gun trip here. Adapt is bad, like the one that makes you like immune to the element, whatever. You found a way around. Back. Sorry, Spidus. I wanted to give you a little bit of mana back, so if you need to, you can emergency memento mori. But after that, we're going after Spidus. They're coming after me. Yeah, I may give you a memento mori. An ice weapon didn't last very long, but... Little do they know, Zero will return. Uh-oh. They're tearing the walls down. Can't keep a good dog down. Get that MP back up to full. You'll never tear down our Great Wall. Not for good, you know. Eat lightning, Spidus! preserve will run out if we don't manually reapply it now. Candles. Warlike attack. Ah! All my candles. Sorry, Zorbat. Zero wants some HP. Oh, Zero can just... Oops, no, that's right. Vault requires a living target. Walking away to jump attack. Okay. I can appreciate that. It's a pretty neat trick. Alright, we're all up and fine. Oh, this Spitus had a fang! What do you know it? And some of these spiders had silk. It's crazy. Look at mini bomb. It's a nice mithril. This chest is sealed. Oh no. You know. I goofed. This is pushing somewhere where I won't accidentally push it again. Deploy conveyor, toxic powder. Ooh, slug vine. That's how you make toxic powder. Good to know. And you can make poison darts with that. Darn it. Whoop. A moss malt. A cave flower. And a protrusion that I can't theoretically get by. Obviously, I can get by it if I really want to, though. I do have gate. But I'm gonna presume that's like your typical comeback out of the dungeon after you've cleared it situation. There are so many of these little side paths here. Oh, the tools I'm gonna be needing moving forward. Angel fly. 2 angel flies and a bunch of magic split worms. Oh no. We are going to have to burn them with fire. The problem is the angel flies are gonna be summoning. And so will we. We definitely need to actually not be summoning for this fight, unfortunately. Because the bats are just gonna keep splitting those stupid split things. Well, actually, they're not infinite. They don't have critical preserve, right? They just have counter enchant. So this isn't as bad as the ice dogs. We can just throw bats. It is a valid strategy. Bear's gonna definitely want to do some multi-shooting here. I don't know how much you want to even entertain the notion of not going without Memento Mori. it's... I mean, the damage needs to get done. The damage being done is done, you know? The damage is... Toxic Cross. What the fuck? Blind Miracle? What, and what? How many debuffs is that planning on landing on us? My barriers! Disrupt shot's too slow. Just throw another bat. Now, stun shot's gonna be fast enough. Would have liked to have saved something else, but... Zero blocked it. Wonderful. Candles us Guido, and then return to the group. It's definitely less than ideal that they're proliferating these split worms, but it's not the end of the world. My candle! They just do not want to hit you while you have your preserve, right? Well, that's a double split right there. The preserve will hold. Bird doesn't care about borders like that, does it? Okay, that's good. No? They breached the line by splitting too aggressively. Little do they know that you're going to explode in a second. That's too many. Bear, we're going to need a multi-shot here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They get into our smoke bomb, we're in danger. More bats. Hold the line. Hey, you better run. When Zero gets up, you're gonna be in trouble. That kind of helped a little bit, but not much. Grade him for the MP. Another 3 turns you can do the thing. Candles. You may survive long enough to need a memento mori here, Zero. Oh no, they got into the... Oh, I got the empathy. You got a bad case of the empathies. We need to keep the line up. More bats. That one split worm can kind of just sit in there, I guess. Work your way back to the team a little bit here, Zero. Grant the team some MP. Oh no, they got you. Oh god, that's a lot of split worms. They're breaching the line. It's gonna create so many split worms. The bomb is definitely hurting more than it's helping at this exact moment. Uh-oh. Eh. Just over here killing things one at a time. Damn. Uh-oh. Why me? I mean, there's obvious reasons why me, but why me? The battle's basically over. It's cleanup time. Time to heal you up since the part where you're expected to die is over. They're breaking the barrier. You stay over there. Victory. 846 experience. Disrupt shot is very nice. Range. Oh, extra range on that could be very nice. Damage. It's multi-blast. That's actually crazy. What? 120% damage or more? In 3 areas? No wonder it costs 15 and 15. Up to 5 blasts? That's kind of nuts. I don't realize how good Storm Shot actually was. Exorcism is longer range than Aegis. Okay. That's something. Got that crossbow skill. I'll get him counter shot and then I'll probably send him to like Spell Archon. Expertise though. Gain a stacking boost to bow and crossbow that lasts for 60 seconds whenever you make a ranged attack. That sounds disgusting. Alright. So many bones, bone dust, so much bone dust all over the floor here. Zero exploding over and over and over and over and over. Oh, that bone dust, 36 of it. We can make so much poison powder with that. I need to head off and get some food, but I kind of want to finish this dungeon before I do. Because we did do the actual combat. Surely that's the last combat, right? thought so. So the thief was a spider the whole time. Here's message 2. Since preserving a fairly simple cipher with only portions of it are actually coded, it reads not lake, not north, but not South Point. South Point, I think, is an actual town? Or, no, it's not lake, not north of not South Point, so it's North Point. It is north, it's a lake north Point? What? I'm gonna have to reread that one. Unless there is a South Point, at which point it's like just in the lakes north of South Point. But we have definitely cleared the Crystal Cave. I don't remember there being a South Point. There's North Point. I don't remember South Point. I'm gonna assume that there is a South Point and go looking for it next time. But I'm pretty sure it's just North Point, so it'd be like the lake south? Or the not lake south of it. So it could either be like this body of water near Condra, or it could literally just be the Verdant Swamp. Which would be a progression from 3-star to 4-star, was the final one, which could make sense in a way. Anyway, I need to go get some food. So that's going to be it for me for today. We're 1 stone away from getting the summoner class. Which sounds fun. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you had a good time. Hope you had a good evening now. Whichever to see you. Bye for now. Bye, 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 bye. Boy. Did I mention bye? Bye.